and read the waiver. Maybe. In order to make these classes as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or class involves lying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and to seek appropriate medical advice and care as needed. William Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the healthcare advice of your provider before participating. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started in child's pose. With your big toes together, knees wide. I'm gonna go ahead and move my computer so you can see my mat. Trying to just relax your forehead down, letting all the tension from your day leave. Imagine your tension is dripping from your body into your mat. Let's spread those fingertips wide and really press your hips back towards your heels. Starting to notice your breath here. Notice where you feel your inhales and your exhales. Maybe you feel it more in your shoulders, maybe in your lower belly. And trying to bring that breath down into your lower belly, feeling it expand and contract with every inhale and every exhale. And then let's start to bring our hands over towards the right side, pressing our left hand on top of our right hand, stretching out your side body here. Let's everyone stay muted during class. Make sure you don't unmute. I'm gonna have to remove you from it if you unmute because we just don't need that in class today.
Claudia did that. It was Claudia. I saw it.
Okay, let's just everyone try to concentrate, relax, we can talk after class, just not during. Moving your hands over toward the left side, pressing your right hand on top of your left hand. Okay, seriously, I'm gonna take you out of the meeting, I'm sorry. I just can't have that in class. Okay. I don't know why I'm saying it was you, Claudia. I don't think it was, but if it was, I'll take you out of it too. I'm sorry, that's just really distracting to everyone else. Okay. Let's come up to tabletop, having our knees right underneath our hips and our wrists right underneath our shoulders. Good, making sure that belly is really nice and tight, your core is pulled in. Then start to drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, coming into cow. Exhale into cat, looking towards your thighs. Good, inhale cow. Exhale cat. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Good, last time, inhale. Exhale one last time. Good, coming back to center. Start to extend your right arm and your left leg back. Tapping your fingers and toes down. Inhale up and exhale down. Good, keep going like that. Starting to warm up our shoulder, core, and leg. Let's take one more of these, planting that hand and knee down. Flip your right hand over so your fingertips are facing your left hand. You can start to rock back and forth. And then touch every fingertip to your thumb and go back the other way. Good, shake that wrist out and then bring that hand back down to the ground. Extending your left arm and your right leg. Exhale, fingers and toes down. Inhale, extend. Good, exhale down, inhale up. Keep going like that with your core tight. Looking down to the front edge of your mat. Keep going for 3, 2, 1. Good, releasing that hand and knee down. Flipping your left hand over so your fingertips are facing your right hand. You can rock back and forth, warming up that wrist. Then touch every fingertip to your thumb and go back the other way. Shaking that wrist out, planting your hands back down, crossing your ankles and coming back to a seat. We're going to stretch out our neck. So first sitting up nice and tall, shoulders rolled back, and then start to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Inhale up to center, and exhale to your left shoulder. Good, inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale up, exhale to the left. Then coming up to center, look down towards your lap. Inhale, look up towards the sky. Good, exhale down. Inhale up. Coming back to center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale through heart center and down. Good, inhale one more time. Exhale through heart center and down. Bring that right hand out to the side. Bring that left arm over. You can bring your forearm down or leave your arm extended, whatever feels better to you. Try and keep both hips on the ground. Coming back up to center, going over towards the other side. Really opening your shoulders up towards the side, shooting energy out of that top hand. Really extending your arm here. Coming back up to center, folding forward over your legs. You can rock side to side, starting to warm up your hips and your lower back. Coming back up to center, extending both legs out in front of you. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, super gentle forward fold. Just placing your hands next to your legs. Trying to lengthen your spine here. Taking one more inhale and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Coming back up to center, then cross your right knee over your left leg, hugging your knee into your chest. Then twisting towards the right, looking over that right shoulder. Coming back to center, and then switching legs, so hugging that left knee in, flexing your right foot. Really sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, and then twist towards the left, looking over your left shoulder. Good, coming back to center. We're going to come into butterfly, so just bringing both feet together, knees wide. Hold onto your feet and sit up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back. And then you can fold forward however much feels good to you right now. Pressing yourself back up to center, extend those feet a little bit away from you into that diamond butterfly shape. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Good, coming back up to center, bring your knees together, come back to tabletop, and then press back to downward facing dog, pedaling out your feet here, moving however feels good to you. You can move your hips from side to side, making sure you're pressing down every single fingertip, but especially your pointer finger and your thumb. On your next inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes, and exhale your heels down. Good, inhale up, and exhale lower. One more time, inhale and exhale. Looking forward towards the front of your mat, start to walk your feet up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. You can grab onto opposite elbows, shake side to side. You can nod your head yes and no. Releasing any tension from your neck and your spine here. Let that bind go. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. You can press your hands into your shin. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one by bring your arms all the way out and up. And exhale, your hands to heart center. Just pausing here, closing your eyes. Thanking yourself for making this time for your mind and your body. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Start to open your eyes. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, tipping over towards the right side. Just placing your hand on your right leg and your left hand comes over your head. Good. Inhale up to center and exhale over towards that other side. Try and not press on your knee. Good. Inhale up. Exhale to the right one more time. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale center, exhale forward fold. Inhale halfway lift, exhale stepping back to plank. We're going to warm up our core a little bit here. So we're just going to go to side plank on one side, just spinning our feet. Coming back to plank, we're just going to go to the other side. And we're going to do that a couple times. Trying to keep our core super engaged. Making sure you're really pressing your hips up in the side planks. Imagine you're trying to make your body a rainbow. One last side plank. Then come back to plank and lower your knees down. In one straight line, lower your body down to the ground. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. If you're in upward facing dog, try and get your thigh off the mat. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Looking forward towards your hands, step or jump your feet to meet them. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse lunge. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Your knees can be up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet to the width of the mat. Bring your hands back about 4 inches. And then we're going to bring our left hand to our right ankle, coming into a twist, looking under that right shoulder. Coming back to center, bringing that right hand to our left ankle, looking under our left shoulder this time. Coming back to center, come back to that normal downward facing dog. Look forward, start to walk your feet up to meet your hands. And then we're just going to do this little exercise that strengthens your back. I'm just get back a little bit so you guys can see. We're going to do that halfway lift motion with our back, but our arms are going to come out in front of us. And then we're going to fold down. This helps work our hamstrings and our back. So we're just going to inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. You can keep a micro bend in your knees the whole time. And moving with your own breath, you can go faster or slower than I'm going. We're going to do about 3 more of these, depending on how fast you're going. Last one. And fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, normal this time. And exhale, fold. 1 vertebrae at a time, coming up to standing. That is the last thing to rise. Good. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands to our center, just pausing here. And bringing your hands to your lower back. They can either be facing down or up. We're going to press our hips forward, coming into a little back bend. Rolling your shoulders back and bring your elbows together. And then come up to center and fold forward. Stepping back to plank. This time just press straight back to downward facing dog. Then coming down to child's pose with your knees wide and your feet together. Taking just one inhale here. And one exhale. Coming forward to swan, leaving your hands and your knees where they are. Just bringing your hips down, stretching out your hip flexors here. And exhale back, child's pose. Inhale, forward swan. Exhale back, child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale forward, pausing here. And exhale back. Coming up to tabletop, we're going to leave our hands, our hips and our knees where they are. And we're just going to walk our hands forward to happy puppy pose. So bringing your forehead down to the mat, extending your arms in front of you, releasing your shoulders and your back here. This pose is really good for anxiety, really good for relaxation. We all need that after that child at the beginning of class. Coming forward to Sphinx. So keep your elbows kind of where they were and just bring your body through. Imagine you're like pulling your body through your arms by really squeezing down to the mat with your hands. Then bring your left arm to a diagonal in front of you. Bend your right knee and hold onto your foot with your right hand. And then you can start to bring your hands, your fingers out to the side and your elbow up, stretching that quad muscle here. Trying to keep both hips evenly on the ground. Releasing that foot, going back to center. That right hand comes to a diagonal. Bend your left knee. Grab onto your foot with your left hand. And then if you want to, you can bring your fingers facing the same way as your toes are facing. And your elbow faces the sky. Getting a shoulder stretch as well as that quad stretch here. Also, to make quad stretches more intense, you can squeeze your butt. Releasing that side. Bring your hands just next to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up to three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open up your hip here. We're going to take some circles with that knee to open up our hip a little more. So you're going to draw like giant circles on the back wall with your knee. Good, and then go the other way. This is really good for your hip mobility. Then bring that knee forward, stepping that foot in between your hands, coming down to low lunge here. We're going to bring both our hands up, making sure that back leg is at a diagonal. And then we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, rolling our shoulder blades together, really stretching out our shoulders today. Releasing your hands back down on either side of your front foot. We're going to straighten our front leg coming into half splits. So your back hip is right over your back knee, and your front leg is straight with your foot super flexed. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Coming back forward to that low lunge, plant your left hand down, inhale your right arm up to the sky, and then tuck your toe under and come off your back knee. And bringing that right hand back down, stepping back to plank, and back to downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up, bend your knee and open up your hip. taking some hip circles with that leg. So moving that knee like you're drawing a big circle on the back wall. Switching directions. Then bringing that knee forward, planting your foot in between your hands, coming up to low lunge. You can bring your arms up. There's lots going on today. I'm not sure if you can hear that dog barking. Pausing here for one more inhale and one more exhale. Then bringing your hands back down to the mat, straightening your front leg and back to half splits. Trying to square your hips here. So really pulling your right hip forward and pulling your left hip back. Lengthen your spine, fold a little deeper over that front leg, making sure your front foot is super flexed. Then coming back forward, planting that right hand, inhale your left hand, tuck your toe under and come off that back knee. Bring that hand down, stepping back to plank and pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up, exhale knee to nose, cheetah pose, really hug it in. Good, inhale, extend, exhale to your right elbow. Inhale, extend, exhale to your left elbow. One more time, inhale. Then bring it through in between your hands, coming up to high crescent lunge now. So it's the same as a low lunge, just your back leg is lifted this time. Your hands can be at heart center, or they can extend over your head. We're going to inhale, extend our arms and our legs. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the sides and bend both your knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, all the way down. Bring that knee down to the ground. Bring your hands to heart center, twisting over toward the right. So your left arm comes over your right thigh. Then bring your hands back down to center. Tuck your toes under, stepping back to three-legged plank with your right leg lifted. You can lower that toe, or you can come down to three-legged chaturanga, then upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Good, inhale, extend. Exhale to your left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale to your right elbow. Inhale one more time, and then bring it through in between your hands, coming up to high crescent lunge. Again, you can do any variation with your hands, whatever's comfortable for your shoulders. Making sure you're feeling that stretch in your hip flexor. If you're not, bend your knee a little bit and try to press your hips forward. Like tilt your pelvis under. Inhale, lengthen your arms and your legs. Exhale, bend everything down. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time up. This time coming all the way down, untucking your back toe. Bring your hands to heart center. Twisting over towards the left this time. Your right arm comes over your left thigh. Trying to still keep your hips square. Really pressing your hands together to twist yourself deeper. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down. Tuck your toes under. Step back to the three-legged plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up. And then just step it through in between your hands, straightening both your legs. You can step that back foot in a little bit. We're going to do pyramid pose. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding over that front leg, stretching out your hamstring. Both toes, all your toes should be pointing forward. Making sure that your feet are about hips width apart, so you're making sure you're not on one straight line. That's going to be really hard to balance. Just like we did in half splits, trying to pull that left hip forward and that right hip back. We're going to step forward to forward fold and just switch sides. So that right foot goes back this time. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold a little bit over that front leg. Squaring your hips, straightening your legs. You can shake your head yes and no. My left leg always feels a lot tighter than my right leg. If that's the same for you, don't judge it. Just maybe spend like an extra 5 seconds on the leg that feels a little more tight. Stepping that right foot forward, coming back into forward fold. Now we're going to bring our feet wide with our heels in and our toes out. And then we're going to come down to Shavasana. So your elbows coming in, your legs, pressing your legs away with your elbows. And then try to extend your arms forward and keep your legs exactly where they were, not letting your knees come in. And then we're going to inhale, lengthen everything up. Exhale, coming down. Making sure those knees stay wide, and we're really using like our pelvic floor muscles to open our hips, not our elbows pressing into our hips. Good. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time up. Coming down to Sliwinski one more time. This time we're going to extend our right arm out and lift our left arm up towards the sky. And then just switching sides, extend that left hand, inhale that right arm up. Bring your hands back to center, coming into that forward fold, bringing your feet about hips width apart again. Bending your knees and then coming into gorilla pose. So walking your feet all the way up to your wrist creases. Your entire palms are underneath your feet. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Bring those elbows out to the side. You can straighten your legs a little bit if you want, but you don't have to. Releasing that, and then grabbing onto your big toes with your peace fingers. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Bringing those elbows out to the sides. Try to pull yourself deeper into your forward fold. I almost fell on my gosh, I was so scared. Into your forward fold. Releasing your hands here. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. Press back to downward facing dog and come down to child pose with your knees together and your arms behind you. Reconnecting with your breath here. Bringing that breath into your lower belly. You can rock a little bit side to side. Taking one more breath in here. One more breath out. Coming up to tabletop and pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up, step it forward in between your hands, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then straighten your front leg. Exhale, coming forward to triangle. So reach as far forward as you can, and then start to drop that right hand down to your right ankle. Extending that top arm straight up, shooting energy out of your fingertips. And then you can bring that top arm behind you and bind with your thigh, coming into bound triangle if you would like. And we're going to bend back into our front knee, coming back up to warrior two. And we're going to come into half moon. So you're going to bring that back foot in, and then start to tip forward. Bring that right hand down about a foot in front of your right foot. Extending that left arm and left leg up. Trying to open your body so you're in one straight line here, just like in triangle. Bending into that front knee, nice soft landing back in warrior two. Bring both hands down to the ground, stepping back to plank and back to downward facing dog. Good, inhale that left leg up. Step it forward in between your hands, opening up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then straighten your front leg. Coming forward to triangle, reaching towards the front of the room as much as you can, and then releasing that hand down to your ankle or block. Trying to press your hips forward and your shoulders back, so you're in one straight line. It's like you're a piece of toast in a toaster. Then you can bring that top arm behind you, binding with your thigh, coming into bound triangle. Bending that front knee, coming back up to warrior two. We're going to go to half moon. So stepping that back foot up, and then starting to tip forward. Bring that left hand down about a foot in front of your left foot. Inhale your right arm up and your right leg up, super strong. Holding here for one more inhale. One more exhale. Bending into that front knee. Nice soft landing back in warrior two. Now we're going to bring both our hands down, stepping back to plank and pressing back to downward facing dog. Really try to press your chest back towards your thighs. You can bend your knees to make this a little easier, and then you can start to straighten your legs as you feel ready. Looking forward towards your hands, start to walk your hands through to a seat. Walk your feet through to a seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to do a forward fold here, just like we did at the beginning of class. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward fold. You can grab onto your feet this time if you would like. Coming back up to center, bring that left leg in, and we're just going to stretch over our right leg this time. And then bringing our right elbow inside of our right thigh, extend your left arm up towards the sky. Opening up our side body here and our shoulders. Coming back up to center, switching your legs. You're going to fold down over that left leg. Then bringing your left elbow inside of your left thigh, extend your arm, your right arm up towards the sky. Good, opening up your shoulders, feeling that muscle right here on your side start to open. If you feel like you can't fold very far in forward folds, but you're always stretching your hamstrings, but not seeing much results from that, it could be that your side body right here, what we're stretching right now, is tight, so it's not letting you fold forward. Good, coming back up to center. We're gonna bring the firewall pose. So we're gonna bring our shins on top of each other, and then your heels and your knees are in one line. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold if you would like to. This helps stretch the side of our glute muscle. And then we can bring this into a twist if you would like. So you twist towards the foot that's on top. So you're going to bring your right elbow across, like into your foot, and then bring your hands to heart center, just like we did in that lunge twist. Then coming back up to center, switching sides. This time, well, if you're doing the same side as me, your left shin's on top of your right shin. Your heels and your knees are in one straight line. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward fold. And then if you would like to, making this a twist, bringing your elbow into your foot, and then bring your hands together. Good, coming back up to center. Bring your feet in front of you, and your knees are wide. We're just gonna let our knees fall to one side, up to center, we're gonna go towards the other side. This helps release your hips and your lower back. Good, pausing at the center. Bring your hands behind you, your fingertips facing in towards your body. And then we're going to press our hips up, coming into reverse tabletop. You can let your head go back, letting you stretch out your shoulders here. And then lowering your butt down to the ground, making sure you have enough room to lie down, so scooting forward. Bring your hands out to the sides and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming down towards the mat. We're going to go into reclined pigeon now. So bring one foot, one ankle over the other thigh. Reach through your legs and grab on to your leg. And then you can rock side to side. Make sure you're really flexing the foot that's going across your other leg to protect your knee. And then we're going to leave our legs exactly how they are and let your legs fall over towards the side so that the foot that was across your thigh is now on the ground like you're walking. And that knee stays pointed up towards the ceiling. You can bring your hands out to like cactus or goalpost arms and look over the opposite shoulder. Coming back up to center, cross the other leg over, reaching through, grab onto your leg, you can rock side to side, making sure to keep that foot flexed. It's really important to protect your knee. Releasing your hands, but keeping your legs exactly where they are. Let your knees come over so that that crossed foot is now on the ground and your knee is straight up towards the sky. Bring your hands out to the sides and look over the opposite opposite arm. Bringing your knees back up to center, keeping your feet hips width apart. We're going to come into bridge. So just pressing your hips up towards the sky. You can clasp your hands underneath your back and roll your shoulders together, putting all the weight in your shoulders instead of your neck. And then start to lower down. We're going to do that one more time. So take an inhale and an exhale. Then going back up into bridge, you can clasp your hands. And lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Extending your left leg and hugging your right knee in. Really pull it in towards you so you feel that stretch in your hip flexor and also the back of that right leg. Grabbing onto the outside edge of your foot, coming into half happy baby. And then holding onto your toe with your peace fingers. Start to extend that leg up towards the sky as much as you can. It doesn't matter if you basically just stay in that half happy baby. It's good to get the practice of holding onto your toe and extending your leg. We're going to bend our knee again. Hold on to your knee with your right hand, and then bring your right knee out to the side. Coming back up to center, bring that knee over towards the other side for a twist. You're going to press down on your leg with your left hand and look over your right hand. Coming back up to center, hug that left leg in and extend that right leg out. Really pull that leg in towards you. Then grabbing onto the outside edge of your foot, coming into half happy baby. Grabbing onto your big toe with your peace fingers, and then extending your leg as much as you can. Bending back into that knee, holding onto your left knee with your left hand and opening it out towards the left side. Coming back up to center, bring that knee over towards the right. This time, pressing down on your leg with your right hand gently and looking over towards your left hand. Taking one more breath in, one more breath out. Coming back up to center, we're going to extend our legs up towards the ceiling, flexing our feet towards our face. It's important to reverse the blood flow that you're getting all day with all the blood going into your feet, so you want some of it to come back towards your head. If you want to take this pose a little bit further, we can come into plow, or you can just stay here. So if you want to come into plow, bring your feet over your head, maybe touch them down towards the ground, and then I like to reach back and move onto my feet. But you don't have to do that. You can also support your lower back. No matter where you are, trying to roll your weight onto your shoulders so that there's almost no weight on your head or your neck. And then you can bend your knees towards your head. This is called ear pressure pose. Then start to slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, meeting everyone where they are with their legs up. And you're just going to slowly lower your legs down. Bring your hands underneath your tailbone, coming into fish pose. So coming up onto your elbows, letting your head drop back and pressing your chest up through your arms. It's really important to do a counter pose after you do plow to make sure you're always protecting and releasing your back. Then coming back down to center, coming into full happy baby. You can rock side to side. Holding on to your big toes with your peace fingers, start to extend one or both legs out. Then coming back to center, bring your feet down to the ground, bring your feet together and knees wide, and then you're going to press on your thighs, just releasing that tension in your lower back. So it's like you're trying to separate the top of your body from the bottom of your body. That helps all the compressed discs that are in your spine get a little bit of a release here. I learned that on the YouTube channel called Boho Beautiful, and she's really good if you guys want different videos than the classes here. Then slowly bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Starting to slow down your breathing here. We're going to start to extend our arms and our legs out on our mat. We're going to do a quick body scan meditation. So starting from the bottoms of our feet and working our way up to the top of our head, we're going to relax every single muscle in our entire body so that at the end, hopefully you feel completely relaxed. So first, focus on a feeling of peace and relaxation. Imagine that feeling swirling around your toes, completely relaxing them here. Letting that relaxation move up over the balls of your feet, swirling around the arches of your feet, and then over your heels. That peace and relaxation moving around your ankles. Notice how there is no tension left in your feet. Slowly relaxing your lower legs, your shins relaxing, your calves relaxing. Moving up over your knees. And then over your thighs and your hamstrings. No tension left here. Letting that relaxation move over your hips and your glutes. And then over your lower belly and your lower back. Relaxing over your stomach and your diaphragm. And then up and around each rib, very slowly. Relaxing everything underneath. Your lungs relaxing, your heart relaxing. Letting that feeling of peace and relaxation relax your shoulders down towards the mat. No tension left. Moving down your arms, your biceps relaxing, your triceps relaxing. That feeling moving over your elbows, down your forearms, moving into your hands, your palms relaxing, relaxing every finger and your thumb. Moving back up to your shoulders, letting your neck relax, moving over your jaw and your mouth, your cheeks and your nose. That relaxation moves up over your eyes and your eyebrows, making sure those little muscles next to your eyes are released here. Relaxing over your forehead. And finally, relaxing your thoughts. Knowing that your entire body is completely relaxed here. You don't need to think about or do anything except relax in Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes, stretching your arms over your head for one final full body stretch, hugging your knees into your chest, rocking side to side, rolling over onto your right side. When you're ready, pressing yourself up into a comfortable seat with your hands at heart center and your eyes closed. Noticing the peace and relaxation you feel here, knowing that you deserve to feel this way more often. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. The light in my heart honors and cherishes the light inside of each and every one of yours. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for coming to yoga and meditation. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna stop the recording now, so if you wanna stay and talk to me, I'd love to talk to you guys.